Now, the federal government has been called upon to create a ministry specifically for tourism and cultural development in Nigeria to promote national growth. The convener of Everything Hospitality and Tourism Services, Obinna Onyeocha, made the call at the second edition of the National Conference for Domestic and Eco-Tourism Exhibition in Nigeria in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. Our correspondent, Afolashade Aziz, reports.
Mr. Obinna emphasized the need for a Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Development Center for Employment and International Partnership.
What we are begging the federal government of Nigeria to do is very, very simple. They should give us a ministry. We are requesting for the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Development. We are not asking them to give us too much. Because if we have a ministry where our policies, our issues can be discussed based on tourism and tourism alone, I think we will do more than what we are doing now.
Speaking to newsmen at the conference, Conservator General, Nigerian National Park Services, Dr. Ibrahim Musa Goni, who was represented by CP Emmanuel Ntuyang, says President Muhammad Buhari has created 10 more national parks in addition to the 7 existing national parks in Nigeria. He also calls for collaboration with government, private sectors, and non-governmental organizations to work with investors for the growth of national parks in Nigeria.
We have challenges in terms of people, Nigerians who are not patronizing, who are not coming to visit the national park and support national parks. National parks is for all of us. National parks is not just government. We want to call on the private sector, NGOs and individuals to take advantage of the presence of national parks, to visit national parks and support the protection of our country's ecological integrity. It is for all of us.
Also speaking at the conference, the National Tourism Personality for Domestic, Eco and Cultural Tourism Development in Nigeria, Mrs. Victoria Okoloagu, urged the government to work on the many challenges of tourists in Nigeria for better exposure for Nigeria as a whole.
You know, most of these ecotourism sites are in the hinterlands. If you want to really get it, well, you know, most of them are in the hinterlands. So we need a road network that will at least lead people to wherever they are going to. That's number one. Number two, we need to work on our security. We need to work on security in this country because, like I said earlier on, no tourist will go to a tourist destination where his life will be at stake.
I think the government can make the sector way more, publicize the sector much more. For instance, some countries depend solely on social media to show out some of the places that naturally you wouldn't want to go to. And we have so many great places like that in Nigeria. If the government can put us in the kind of light where people from outside will see us and say, wow, this is a beautiful country. So in fact, for the tourism sector, we need to digitalize it and modernize it, take it up to the internet.
The conference, which awarded participants who are Nigerian tourist experts for their commitment to the growth of tourism in Nigeria, says more needs to be done in the tourism sector. Afolashade Aziz, ASO Television News.